This is the Conscious Hour. This is a great interview. It's emotional because Gideon Levy is scared, afraid that Netanyahu will go to the next step, which would be the total annihilation of Israel. But he has hope, and he prays that we'll finally stop Netanyahu in its track, in its Zionist mission. But how do you get out of that? So, in his own words.
What do you see as being the main objectives of Israel? And do you see these objectives as being achievable?
I am so desperated that I don't know where to start. On one hand, I have the feeling that there are no real goals. In the beginning of this war, or this attack, shall we call it a brutal attack and not a war? In the beginning, it was very clear that Israel wants to punish Gaza, not only Hamas. You know, the 7th of October was really a traumatic event in Israel, and there was the need to do something, and to punish, and to take revenge. But 19 months later, when you see that it continues, and it continues in a terrible intensity. Only the last day, there were almost 100 people killed, almost all of them innocent people, 22 children, just in the last day when we are talking now. You realize that genocide is the word. Now, it's not that Israel is planning a genocide, no, even not the government. But it's very clear that there's nothing cheaper than the life of the people in Gaza, and they are serving as toys in a game, mainly domestic politics game, in which Netanyahu and his government want to continue it as much as they can, and the world enables it. Netanyahu has his own agenda, and his partners has their own agenda. The partners of Netanyahu in the coalition have a very clear agenda. They want to see ethnic cleansing in Gaza. They want to see Gaza without Palestinians. It's very clear, and they don't hide it. With Netanyahu, it's more complicated because it's a combination of some ideological elements and obviously also some political elements, namely that as long as this war goes on, his government exists. The moment this war will be over, his government will fall apart. To think that thousands and tens of thousands of people are being killed by the time we are talking, and for so many months now, for domestic political reasons, this is devastating.
Tens of thousands of people have been killed. You can ramp that number up to 100 to 200,000 people have been killed. Why am I saying that? Because they've demolished every building everywhere, every hospital everywhere, and under all of that rubble are literally more than probably 200,000 people, minimum. So the big question is will the resistance, meaning the people in the world, be able to stop Netanyahu on his final mission? He's trapped. Trump is distancing himself from him. What will Netanyahu do? If he launches an attack, it'll be the end of Israel. But we'll have to stay tuned and pick up your phone, call your congressional representatives, and tell them to shut Netanyahu down. They have to speak out. 93% are paid by AIPAC. Make the phone call. Thanks for tuning into the Conscious Hour.